Hi, Gary here from Camping Guru UK. So, what is it? What is this tent? It's extremely good value, that's what it is. I won't tell you the price just yet. I'll run through the spec, have a little walk around. But what you'll find is there's no name on it. No name at all. It's available at Amazon, eBay, so many different websites. It's available all over Europe, and what you've got is a ripstop sill nylon. I couldn't find any spec on it, but from experience I'm saying it's 15 denier, something like that. Waterproofing level, it's again very hard to say. Looking at the budget price that it is, without giving too much away, I'd probably say 2,000-3,000 mil hydrostatic head. You've got a porch on this side and a porch on the other side, and two berth on the inner tent. It is a tent that pitches all in one, and I have to say it was so quick. When you get it from out of the bag, the inner tent isn't attached, but once you've hooked it in, typical usual sort of thing, little clips down here. Once the inner tent is in, then yeah, you know, it all goes up as one, and you just lay the fabric all on the floor. You just put the framework, which again, that's an aluminium pole setup, and that all comes in one piece. You just sort of throw it out and put it on top of the fabric, and then clip it in to the usual sort of metal clips there. The pegs that it comes with are fairly basic aluminium pegs. The guy ropes that it comes with, pretty basic. Again, I would definitely look at maybe swapping the guy ropes out, maybe brighter ones. I'm thinking about putting more adjustable sort of fixings on those pegging points. It is semi freestanding in the sense the main four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, are connected to the poles, but obviously the porch areas are not connected to poles, but you can pick it up and move it around. One thing I do like is you've got your door on that porch area, that vestibule over there, and one over here. So if the wind is blowing from a particular direction, you could open one or the other. The main zip that runs up there is just a single zip, whereas on the inner tent, which is a nice big opening there, you can probably see it better that side, that does have a double zip. The red area is a more solid material, again a ripstop. Very difficult to find any specs on what it is, and the rest of it is a fairly robust mesh. But for the price, shall we say what it is? No, let's have a quick look first. You have a couple of vents up here, which doesn't have any mesh in there. Does have the usual sort of bars, so you can put that down there or open it up, and there's one on the other side. But what do you think? I mean, how much do you think this tent would be? It weighs 1.7 kilos. Now, I've seen other tents with pretty much the same design, possibly better fittings, I'm not sure. Things like the Flame Creed, I think it's called the Taji 2. The 3FUL, they call it the Taji 2 as well. they're all well over £100. You sometimes maybe get one in a special deal at around the £110, £120. This thing is about 30 quid. £30. You can even get it for a little bit less. I think if you order on Temu, it's about 23, 24 quid, probably a couple of quid postage. I paid about £27 with a little voucher on eBay. And I'm not saying it's the best tent, not by a long shot. But if you want, I mean, what do you get for 30 quid? You get a play tent. You get a play tent, you know, the single skin glass fibre poled. This is aluminium poled, sil nylon, ripstop, 15 denier, weighs 1.7 kilos, which again, very similar to the branded tents that I've just mentioned. And this is £30. I think it's an ideal tent for festival goers, summer camping. Again, I'm not so sure it's a mountain tent. That's not really what I think it's aimed at. But for 30 quid, and it is called the Out Sunny Compact 2. Well, that's as much information as I could find anywhere online. But yeah, there's so little information out there on it, actual real spec of the fabric other than sil nylon. Yeah, so let's have a little look at sizing. So the inner tent, okay, it is across the middle there. Hang on one second. Right. Let's see if we can get that. Across the middle, we are looking at about 130. Over at the end, that is 130. Yeah, it's about 130. It looked pretty square. When I put the inner tent in, you couldn't put it in wrong. It goes in either way. So it's about 130, and I would imagine it's about 210 in length when I lay it inside it. Ideal for one person really comfortably, or two people, bit tighter. So, Out Sunny Compact 2 tent for 30 quid. If you do not snap this up, you'd be crazy. I bought this, you know, I haven't been sent it. I've got no axe to grind. It's just a bit of information for you guys. If you like the video, well, you know, do the usual thing, like it, subscribe, all the rest of it. If you're not too bothered, then don't. No big deal. As long as you enjoy the video and you find it informative, that's all that matters. There's your bag for it. Typical sort of bag, 40 some odd centimetres by about 15. And yeah, look, this is the label that was on it. Just tells you the UK and Spanish and Italian wholesaler. The bags are inside for the pegs, and the poles are the usual sort of cheap ones where you just tie them up at the top. So yeah, there's definitely some bits I'm going to change on it, but it's really for, I've bought it for friends when they come camping with us, when we're camping on a campsite in, say, the Lake District, and they just need something to bed down in while we go out for day camps. And if that's the sort of thing you're after, it's perfect. In fact, if you were walking low level distance walking, what the Americans might call through hikes, we call it long distance walking here in the UK, yeah, I don't think it would be a problem, certainly through the summer. So that's Gary from Camping Guru. Cheers.